Now let us continue. The previous video has been stopped. Let us take the product of two negative integer into negative integer. For that I have taken some example. 2 into minus 5 is equal to minus 10. We have already seen positive and a negative number. The result is negative. Just like 2 into minus 5 is minus 10. Minus 2 into 5 will be minus 10. So I have tried to write the table of minus 2 in reverse order. Starting from 5. Minus 2 into 5 is minus 10. Minus 2 into 4 is minus 8. Minus 2 into 3 is minus 6. Minus 2 into 2 is minus 4. Minus 2 into 1 is minus 2. So what will be minus 2 into 0? Everybody know it is 0. Now what will be minus 2 into minus 1? We are just decreasing from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, then minus 1. Let us see. For that we have to check this pattern. Starting from minus 10, then we got minus 8, then minus 6, then minus 4, minus 2, 0. That means you can check that every time 2 is being added. So 0 plus 2 will be 2. That means minus 2 into minus 1 is plus 2. If you follow the pattern, again you add plus 2 becomes 4. Minus 2 into minus 2 will be plus 4. Then add 2, you get 6. Minus 2 into minus 3 is plus 6. Minus 2 into minus 4 will be plus 8. Now you can see from this that when you multiply two negative integers, the result is positive. Minus 2 into minus 1 is 2 plus 2. That means negative into negative integer is a positive integer. Take one more example. Like 7 into 5 is 35 and 7 into minus 5 is minus 35. I have reversed it. Minus 7 into 5 is minus 35 also. Now I have tried to write the table of minus 7 in reverse order starting from 5. Minus 7 into 5, minus 7 into 4, minus 7 into 3 and so on. Now you can check negative into positive, you will know it is negative number. So minus 7 into 5 is minus 35. Minus 7 into 4 is minus 28. Minus 7 into 3 is minus 21. Minus 7 into 2 is minus 14. Minus 7 into 1 is minus 7. Minus 7 into 0 is 0. Now what will be minus 7 into minus 1? For that we have to follow this pattern, decreasing order. Minus 35, then minus 28, minus 21, minus 14. Every time 7 is being added. Now if you add 7 to this 0, you will get 7. That means minus 7 into minus 1 is plus 7. Again you add 7, you get 14. Minus 2 into minus 7 into minus 2 will be plus 14. Then again add 7, you will get 21. Minus 7 into minus 3 is 21. Now you can see in this negative into negative is positive. Now you have learned that. Let us see. A positive integer into a positive integer will be positive integer. A positive integer into a negative integer will be negative integer. A negative integer into a positive integer is negative integer. And a negative into a negative integer will be positive integer. That means when the signs are same and you multiply two integers, the result will be positive. When the signs are different and you multiply two integers, the result will be negative. Now let us proceed further. Product of three or more negative integers. For that we'll take simple example. We'll take minus 1 into minus 1. We already know minus into minus is plus and 1 into 1 is 1. This is plus 1. Or you can write plus 1. Minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. I have taken three negative numbers. It is not necessary the number is 1. For easy understanding I am taking 1. You know minus into minus 1 is plus 1. And if you multiply this plus 1 into this minus 1, the answer will be negative minus 1. That means when you are multiplying three negative numbers, the result is negative. Then take minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, 4 negative numbers. You can see minus 1 into minus 1 will become plus 1, and this minus 1 into minus 1 will become plus 1, and you multiply when these two positive number, the result will be plus 1. Similarly, you can see if the negative numbers are 2, 4, 6 or 8 or 10, number of negative integers being multiplied are even. Even means either 2 negative integers, 4 negative integers, 6 negative integers, 8, then the result will be positive. If you are multiplying odd number of integers, that means you are multiplying 3 negative integers or 5 negative integers or 7 and so on, the result will be negative. So simply you have to remember that when you multiply two or more integers, first multiply the numbers and then see how many negative signs are there. If there are two negative signs, negative into negative positive. If there are three, it will become negative. It is four negative signs, then the result is positive, and so on. I hope you got this. Let us proceed to our next topic, that is properties of multiplication. Properties of multiplication. Number one is closure property. I have already sent notes in PDF. Let us take some example. 7 into 8, 56. 7 is an integer, 8 is an integer, product is 56. 56 is an integer. You take any two numbers, minus 6 into 5, one negative and one positive integer, the result is minus 30. Minus 30 is also an integer. That means if you multiply two integers, either positive or negative, any integers, the result is also an integer. That's why it is called, said, the product of two integers is always an integer. That's why it is called that integers are closed under multiplication. Integers are closed under multiplication. The second property is commutative property. What is commutative property? If a and b are two integers, you are multiplying a and b and writing a first and b second, the result will be same as b into a. That means in any order you can multiply, either write a first or either write b first. A into b is equal to b into a. Let us see with some examples. 5 into minus 8, it is minus 40. And what will be minus 8 into 5? This will be also minus 40. That means 5 into minus 8 is equal to minus 8 into 5. That means you can multiply the integers in any order. You can take few more examples. 3 into 7. Let us take minus 3 into minus 7 is equal to plus 21. You can reverse the order. Minus 7 into minus 3 is also plus 21. Therefore, we can say minus 3 into minus 7 is equal to minus 7 into minus 3. Hence, we say that multiplication is commutative for integers. So this is the second property, commutative property. Then comes the third one, Third one is associative property. For that, let us see if you multiply three integers in this order. A, B and C are three integers. First we will multiply A and B first, then the result will be multiplied by the third integer C. Is it equal to A into B into C? That means B and C are multiplied first, then the result is multiplied by A. This is also equal. Let us see with some example. Minus 3 into minus 5 into minus 7. If you multiply these two first, put it in big bracket. Minus 3 into minus 5 is plus 15 into minus 7, and 15 into minus 7 is minus 105. Let us see in different way. Minus 3 into minus 5 into minus 7. Let us multiply minus 5 and minus 7 first. Keep minus 3 as it is into what will be the product of minus 5 and minus 7. It is minus plus 35. And what will be the product of minus 3 into plus 35? It is minus 105. So we can see minus 3 into minus 5 into minus 7. Minus 3 and minus 5 within a bracket. That is, it is being multiplied first, is also equal to minus 3 into minus 5 into minus 7. That means if you are multiplying more than two integers, you can take any two integers first and multiply it, and then multiply the result with the remaining integer. The result will be same. I have given more example in your PDF. That's why it is called multiplication is associative for integers. So this is associative property. That means you can multiply in any order if the number of integers is more than 2, 3 integers, 4 integers, and more than 4, any number. The result will be same every time. Then comes distributive property of multiplication over addition. Distributive property. If A, B and C are three integers, let us see what happens. If A is multiplied by the sum of two integers B and C, the plus sign indicates the sum of B. It may be negative sign also, the difference of two integers multiplied by another integer. Is it equal to like this? That means A is first multiplied by B, A into B. Then what is the sign in between B plus C? We will write this. If it is plus, we will write plus. If the sign in between B and C is negative, we will write minus. Then A is also multiplied by C, A into C. This is correct for every integer. Now, if you don't understand how to expand this, the sum of two or difference of two integers is multiplied by another integer. You can consider it like that. The numbers which are in the bracket, that means it is a home and there are two members. There will be a plus or minus sign in between. And the number integer which is being outside, which has to be multiplied with this. This is a guest. The guest is coming to this house. What happens when a guest comes by? He or she meets every member of the family. A will then meet B. That means meeting means you have to multiply A into B. We have written A into B. Then A will also meet with the second member C. A into C. Like this. And there will be a plus sign in between. Now let us take with some example. 5 into minus 6 plus minus 8. Now in the bracket we have the sum of two integers minus 6 and minus 8, and this sum is to be multiplied by 5. Now there are two ways like this. First we will keep 5 outside and solve this number inside. Minus 6 plus minus 8 will become minus 14, and 5 into minus 14 will be minus 70. Now let us see what happens if the guest goes inside. 5 into minus 6 plus minus 8, they are in bracket, that means they are at home. 5 is the guest. He will come, he will first meet with minus 6, that means 5 into minus 6. Then there is a plus sign in between the two members, we'll write plus. Then 5 will meet with minus 8 also, 5 into minus 8. Keep this in bracket. Now solve these two separately. 5 into minus 6 is minus 30, plus 5 into minus 8 is minus 40. Now two negative integers are added, that means the same sign, they will be added, 70, and sign will be minus. You can see in both ways the answer is same. So we can say A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. If it is a negative sign in between, we can write like this: A into, suppose B minus C, we'll write that A into B minus A into C, like this. So next topic is multiplication by 0. You can take any integer A and you multiplied it by 0, and by associate commutative property we can write A into 0 is also equal to 0 into A. The result will be 0. If you multiply any integer with 0, or 0 multiplied with any integer is 0, then what will be multiplication by 1? If you multiply any integer by 1 or 1 into A, the result will be the same integer A. Minus 5 into 1 is also equal to 1 into minus 5 is equal to minus 5. 10 into 1 is equal to 1 into 10 is equal to 10. So if you multiply any integer with 1, that integer remains same. That's why it is called that 1 is the multiplicative identity for integers. What is multiplicative identity? Identity means the integer does not lose its identity, it remains the same when it is multiplied by 1. That's why 1 is called the multiplicative identity for integers. Similarly, what is, if any number or any integer is added with 0, or 0 is added to any integer, the integer remains same. Minus 7 plus 0 is also equal to 0 plus minus 7 is equal to minus 7. You can take many more examples. You can see when 0 is added to any integer, the integer remains same. Hence, 0 is called additive identity for integers. Now I have taken some properties through which you can solve exercise 1.3 of your NCERT book. Now you have to solve exercise 1.3. I have already sent the notes, but you have to solve it yourself. Thank you.